If you want to continue to follow our adventure, click subscribe. So you don't miss anything, click the bell notification. Everybody wants me to make a positive video. So I'm going to make a positive video today. I'm going to say, hey, I want everybody to do this. This is the most important thing you could possibly do. I really do believe this. And it really is something that will change your life. I'm sure of it. Is minimalization. Minimizing everything in your life. Now, when people hear about minimalization, they usually think about material things. Minimizing the amount of furniture they have, the amount of tools they have, the amount of this they have. No, I'm talking about minimalizing everything. Your entire lifestyle. The complete way of thinking. Examples will be minimizing your electricity. If you minimize your electricity use, well, of course, that's going to save you money. But if you minimize your electricity use, that'll take some time off the TV, for example, some time off the computer. And then you will get more personal time with yourself. Minimizing the amount of money you spend. Now, as a lot of you know, Carolyn and I only budget about $800 a month, $850 a month to spend. Now, a lot of people seem to think that $800 and $850 is all that we make. Well, that's not true. That's just what we budget. This is what we say that we want to spend. That's all we want to spend for this month. Obviously, you want to make a lot more than what you budget to spend. As a matter of fact, there's been several months in a row that we've only spent about $550 on 2 people. Now, people seem to think that this is a really bad thing, that you should spend more money, that if you spend more money, you're going to be happier. Well, why are they watching my videos, hoping for a better lifestyle? Think about this. They're watching full-time RVers, videos, hoping for a better life, dreaming of a better life, yet they're not going to change their life. The first thing you got to do is start thinking, how am I going to change my life? Well, first of all, you're going to have to say, well, I'm going to minimize my stuff, because you're not going to be able to get anything in your van, car, truck, RV. Made a video the other day about how we only have Netflix, we don't have TV anymore. No criticism, I'm glad everybody's thinking outside the box. But there were several people who said, well, this is how you can get TV with an antenna. If I get a TV, that means I got to take up space in the camper that I don't have. But if I do find a space, that means I'm going to have to take electricity that I don't have. Which means it's going to take time watching the TV that I don't want to give away. See how I just minimized everything and saved? I saved time, saved my time. Not watching mindless junk. 90% of it is all political anymore. Making me angry and stressed because I live in a 6 foot by 6 foot box. I'm not claustrophobic. But junk makes me feel claustrophobic. Trying to find something that you want at the time, and you got to dig through all this junk to find it. Now that we're starting to get in the chillier time frame, I'm saving a ton of heat. I'm having to figure out ways to stay warm, and I'm trying to do that without spending a ton of money on propane. You know, when you're in a house and you have a job, you work for that house. And propane is one, or gas, or you know, whatever you're using to heat your house, is something that you have to work for. Well, when you learn to minimize, you have to work less to pay for the things that you have. So what we are doing is we're heating our 6 foot by 6 foot box that is 6 foot tall with propane. Now, when you heat your house, I don't know, it's a ton of gas that you're using each day. I have been running the same propane, 20-pound propane tank for 2 weeks now. And what I do is, during the day, when the coldest part in the morning, I turn on the propane, and it heats it up. And I'm only using maybe 1,000 BTUs. I mean, the flame is just going, I mean, it's barely even flaming. I'm not using hardly any propane. So I'm saving costs, saving natural resources, just by minimizing the amount of heat I have and the amount of space that I have to heat. And so when I go to bed at night, we have blankets. During the hot part of the day, the camper seems to be staying warm with the refrigerator kicking on every now and then, and our body heat. So the camper's well insulated for the size of the camper. I'm minimizing the amount I have to drive each day because now I don't have to work at a location. When I got transferred, say I was living at a place, working at a place, and I got transferred to the north facility. It increased my miles. I was driving 70 miles a day back and forth to work. What does that mean? More gas money, time wasted on the road. I'm going to have to replace my vehicle more frequently. All this is resources and extravagant and stress and takes time away from you. Now that I live in this less resource needed place, I don't have to drive as much. I'm not wasting gas as much. And I'm not having to waste my time driving. Commuting is the biggest waste of time a person can have, other than sleeping. Everything about it, you're spending money on that. Your time is money. Time is money. Gas money that you're spending to go back and forth. Now, this does not mean that you have to move into a camper to minimize your life. No, I don't think you have to. I think you could start challenging yourself right now by saying, look, I'm going to try to get my monthly budget down to $500 a month or $800 a month. Plus your rent. Let's say you have $1,000 in rent. But if you have $1,000, then say, okay, I'm not going to spend any more than $1,500 this month, period. And work every day to figure out how you're going to reduce that cost. If you start reducing the cost of living, the amount of food you spend, the money you spend on food, the amount of money you spend on heat, the amount of money you spend on air conditioner. Carolyn and I don't have an air conditioner. Another thing you could challenge yourself to do is try to power your house on a generator like I do. Get yourself a battery or solar panels. Look, there's no reason you can't live in your house the way we are living out here in the National Forest. Thanks for watching. Click like if you like the video, and happy travels.